Welcome to season 3, episode 2 of the Punk Rock Drummers podcast, where we're going to talk to someone who is in a punk band, was in a punk band, or inspired by a punk band. Today's accent is brought to you by our special guest,
Alex Martin of the Queers.
The Quiz. He was what a nice fellow to chat with. Very excited, very
His southern
enthusiastic.
accent.
Kentucky, all the way, babe.
Yeah, see, I thought I would be the one with the accent this time, being from Texas, but his is real thick.
Yes.
Super sweet guy, like awesome drummer. To keep up with a band like the Queers takes some insane stamina. So I give him that. That's amazing.
Yes. And everyone should watch out for the hog whip.
The what?
The log whip.
Oh,
he does it. We're back and forth between the two crashes.
Oh, yeah.
I coined that.
That's right. That's right.
I made that up. I don't know why I called it the log whip. I could have gone the hog whip. Hog whip seemed like it might be animal cruelty. Log whip is just funny to me.
Yeah. So we've had a little bit of a delay. Just life gets in the way, and it's hard to do episodes sometimes. So sorry for the delay, and we're getting one out for you guys. This is a good one.
Yeah, all two of you. Yeah, now one of my kids has COVID now.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh well, she's fine.
We checked once, all okay. Not sick with anything.
We checked on her like 3 days ago, and she was still alive then. I don't know what's been happening since then, but I haven't heard much noise from her room, so I think she's okay.
I hope so.
Oh, I'm kidding. I'm checking on her very, very often. She's doing fine. Shout out Rhino. Happy birthday, Rhino. We're a
couple days
late. But sleeve washers. Get some sleeve washers and listen to some fucking music. Support your local scene. Listen to this episode and have fun.
Yeah, that's it.
Sweet, dude.
All right.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Oh.
So how bad does my accent sound to you guys?
Man, you sound like this.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Honestly, didn't even notice an accent at all.
Really? You kidding me?
No,
people always are surprised that I have the accent.
Are you
notice, Matt?
Can you nail my accent? Where am I? Can you tell?
I'm not good at this. Mine's so bad. I'm not sure. Where you at?
New York.
Oh, really? I was going to say Northeast.
But not like.
But now I sound like a liar.
Not like New York. Not the city. We're upstate, so
he's closer to Canada.
I got you. Okay. And Matt, you're in Dallas?
Yeah, I'm just a little south of Dallas.
Yeah, but you have no accent.
I know. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it is weird.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes,
you sound just like this, man.
He said Matt writes with a pin.
I mean, I have a heavy accent. You didn't notice this, Christian? No, you had to.
I was totally fucking with you. Absolutely.
I'm about to say, I'm like, man, the fucking Ramones are awesome, bro.
Yeah.
It's funny, man. It's funny because Joe in the Queers, he has a heavy, New England accent, but he lives in Atlanta, so he says Southern shit in the New England accent, like bless your heart or whatever the fuck it is. He says it in, yeah, but he says it with the New England accent, which is awesome.
Right.
Matt tries to rub off on me sometimes. It's weird.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of rubbing off in the Queers, man. And then whoever we have on bass is like right now, Jairo's from Colombia, Ginger's from Italy, so we have all these weird accents in the band. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. It's an international affair.
Yeah. It's whoever you can hire a fair.
Yeah. Christian and I talk pretty much every day, and he's always pinging me on something I say.
Really?
Yeah. Like I'm the one who speaks correctly.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
that's right.
Mean, what If you the letter E, what noise does it make?
Eh?
Yeah. So pen.
Pen.
Pen,
Pen.
Pen.
This is a
You're both
pen.
Oh,
not pen.
I'm gonna pin you. I'm gonna pen you down and give you a kiss if you don't stop that
Pen.
shit.
A
It's
pan is what I cook
PIN.
my eggs in today.
No, okay. So
That's
now
right.
you write with it, you pin stuff with it, and you cook in it. That's all three of those
That's how
things.
it works. That's how it works, man.
I'm
Well,
not gonna argue, man.
I am excited that my internet is working. So
Right
good
on,
to have
man.
you on.
We've been talking about this for a minute.
I know. Well,
How long? Like a year and a half, maybe.
it's been a
I'm
while.
always on tour.
I know.
I'm
Yeah.
always on tour. It's
It's
crazy.
It's sometimes hard to get these going because a lot of drummers, yes, are touring, or it's we kind of have this list of people that we want, and it's just
Yeah. And I'm at the bottom of that
no,
motherfucker. So you
no,
gotta
not at all,
slot these
'cause
people in.
That's not true.
I've been
You weren't
asking you
even
for a
on.
long time, so you're definitely not at the bottom.
You son of a bitch.
There's the way we're doing this, honestly, like we talk about this a lot. There's really nobody at the bottom. It's we want anyone to we're interested in people who are just starting out or not even in a band, just
Yeah.
don't
That's
really
cool,
matter.
man. The Facebook group is like one of the most positive places, and it's fun to be on there. So
It's
I know
crazy
you
how that
started
took
it.
off.
Were you part of that, Christian?
No, that's all Matt. I can't.
You
take
loser. No, I kid around. But Matt, you did awesome with that, and it's really cool because you'll see people on there that are just starting, or they're working on their technique, or
Yeah.
they're way better than me, or whatever. You know what I mean? But it's really cool to see that, and it's like most 99%, everyone's super positive on there. It's really cool.
Yeah. We kind of crack down on it, and it's weird because it's funny because you would think with that many people in there there'd be a lot of arguing and back and forth and reported comments. I don't get anything.
Not that much.
I'll get a reported comment like once a month, maybe.
When a
So
guitar player is in there.
no,
Kidding around.
someone may pop off and say something mean, but really, I think drummers have it the hardest, and I think we all kind of empathize with one another. And
I know.
there's not a
I
lot of
feel that.
competition.
So what I'm trying to say is drummers are typically super positive, and it's awesome. And you're right, Matt. We're the best looking member of the band.
Did I say that?
No, not at all.
Hardest working, maybe. No.
Yeah, that might be true.
But yeah, I was really surprised. I kind of thought, okay, this group is growing really fast. It's going to get out of control. And I actually made it private because I think that actually helps, because not anyone can just comment. They have to be a member, of the group.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
And, I just kick them out if I need to, but that rarely happens. So it's cool. Yeah. But I mean, it's cool. I mean, like a lot of cool people have joined. Yuri, Jordan Burns is in there.
I know there's a lot of cool people in there.
Chris Daly.
He's a beast.
Yeah, I love that guy. I see him all the time. He's a cool guy. But I mean, it's just cool that all these, kind of notable people in the punk rock world join.
But notable guys, and then also, kids just starting out.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what makes it. That's where it's like super cool, because it's not like a exclusionary club of guys that are out on the road and in bands that are making money. There's also kids that are like, "Hey, I just learned a drum roll."
What bands are making money?
Well, bands are making money, not drummers.
Well, there's a girl in there that, I think maybe it was last year or so, she was so nervous about playing in front of people, and it was so encouraging reading all the comments, and then a couple months ago, I saw her post a show she was playing. I was like, oh, I mean, not even worried about it at all anymore. So I think
cool,
because
man.
of that group, because
it helped
me, I'm not saying me, I'm just saying the people who were in that comment section and have been encouraging her. I think that's
right.
what got her.
Cool.
Matt actually went in the comments and told her to quit. Like, you should just never
quit it. Never do it.
Christian
But
hates me. No.
That's where I first became aware of the podcast, though. I think I listened to the first 3 episodes on the road. I remember. I remember when they came out. But so, anyways, I think it's really cool, man. I haven't heard one in a while though. So
Yeah.
you'll have to put this one at the bottom in case somebody cancels.
No,
We tend to get
So,
worse as we
okay.
go along.
all right. We've gone into this far enough without. We got to talk about you, man. You're
Okay.
here to talk to us. So
I'm a country boy. I'm in Kentucky right now.
Oh, Kentucky.
love it.
Okay.
nice.
I'm in Kentucky right this minute. Paducah.
So
Throw
you just
Even
made that
Paducah
up.
sounds country bumpkin.
Podunky, doesn't it? Sounds bad, but it's
So
fucking home, man. I love it. I'm 2 hours north of Nashville right now, right this moment.
So
So
how did you meet the guys in the band?
Well, I'm in another band for years called Teenage Rehab. It's not really a pop punk band, even though we can get lumped into that stuff. More like the Dwarves type of energy, fast, thrashy punk stuff. But Joe produced one of our records, and we flew to Portsmouth, New Hampshire, where he used to live, and he had a studio called Electric Cave Studios, and we recorded on tape. And he had this tape machine and all this stuff. So after that album was done, one of my buddies here in Paducah bought that equipment. And when it came time to do another Queers record, Joe wanted to use that equipment. So he said, I will just record in Paducah. So they knew I lived here. So they said, we'll ask that guy. And that was in 2009, something like that. So it's been a while. But that was my end to that band. We had toured a little bit together. I'd done some gigs with Teenage Rehab with them, but it's a weird path because I played on a record with the Queers before I ever played a show with them, and that is weird. That doesn't happen often. Yeah, I did the Queers Back to the Basement record before I ever played a gig with them, like in the band. I'd played a bunch of gigs with them, and I knew them, but before I was on stage in that band, I never did any gigs with them until I had a record out with them, which is an odd path, right?
That is odd.
Yeah,
cool.
Right. Yeah, it was fun, and we ended up doing that record on tape. It's called The Queers Back to the Basement. It is lo-fi. It's like not, it was supposed to be in and out, and how it would have been in the old days or whatever. So it's got some cool songs on it, but if you want a super polished product, it is not that.
Man, I can appreciate that, honestly. I mean, I don't know.
It was fun.
I
dig that.
I prefer some lo-fi here and there for sure.
Yeah, I mean it's not a garage recording by any means, but it was like, here's the song, boom, rehearse it once, record it. It was we did 15 songs or something, and maybe a day. I don't know what it was. Maybe 2.
What, 17 minutes long?
15, man.
I did that one time, or actually 2 times. I did that with do you know Christy Darlington?
Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah, I used to. Well, me and Tanner and our cousin Brad all were his band for like 10 years, and
oh, really? Okay.
And then he did some solo stuff later on, and that's what happened. Played in front of me, guitar. I was like, okay, and then recorded it, and then maybe did a punch in or something like that. They were pretty simple songs, but
it was awesome. I remember that day. Joe's like, "Hey, can you record to a click track?" And I was like, "I can." And he's like, "No, I don't want you to. Do you have to?" I'm like, "No, I don't have to. I can if you want me to," but we didn't. And some of those songs move around. It's not super obvious if you set a tempo to them. You probably notice because we just learned them. You know what I mean? But it was fun. But I've done everything subsequently. I have done with the Queers, and we're working on a new one right now. So it's pretty cool, man. So, but that was where I joined the band. Well, I say join the band. That was my first time with the band. And then I was a diesel mechanic with my brother. He's around here somewhere. And I would use my vacations. I would use my vacations to run around with the Queers here and there. That was about 2 years. And then I finally just said to Joe, I'm going to leave the paper mill. That's what it was. And I'd like to go full time with you. let me know what you think. And he just said, when can you leave? That was his text. And I said, I don't know. When do you need me? And he's like, how about Friday? And it was like a Tuesday. And he booted whoever was going with him. And I did every show and since, except for like maybe I missed some gigs in the last 2 months for some family stuff.
Yeah.
So it's been a lot. It's been a lot, man. The Queers do like 120 gigs a year. It's a lot of
I usually
travel.
see you guys every other weekend in Dallas.
Right. I mean, it's like I know my way around everywhere.
Yeah.
It's great. And the chicks love my accent, buddy.
Yes, they do.
Their boyfriends, not so much.
That's awesome.
Maybe a little.
But so it's been like 16 years I've been playing with Joe. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I was looking at
Long time.
I've got Wikipedia open over here, and it's got Back to the Basement 2010. So
yeah, when did it come out? June or August or something?
It doesn't say. It just says
Doesn't say.
2010. Yeah. I mean, I can click on it. Probably.
Well, it's a fun record. There's some good ones on there. We redid a few of those songs when we did a split with the Jasons a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, I think my band 41 Coaches Blocks played with the Jasons in Ohio.
Jasons are awesome. They're so much fun. Check out the Jasons.
They're still going.
Yeah, they're going. They look way better with their mask on.
How they've not, I don't want to knock on wood here, but how they've not gotten any shit for that.
Their gimmick?
From the franchise.
Yeah, that's true. They have like a record called The Jasons Get Sued. It's got a Misfits logo on the cover of it. It's amazing. The guys are great, man.
I love that whole Misfits fighting over the logo that they stole from a fucking movie from the 40s.
Right. It's like, shit, man. I'm gonna steal the Spider-Man logo and say it's mine. It's just crazy, man.
I think
they stole it from the Crimson Ghost movie. Yeah. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Matt, I'm not sure what came after that. A bunch of splits, a bunch of 7 inches, some redos of classic records, and then Save the World. I did that.
Well, it said Back to the Basement was released November 16th, 2010.
November. Okay. Yeah. It was a good year. My youngest daughter was born that year and she's 16. So crazy, man. Joe's known her whole life.
Wow.
She's like, Uncle Joe, he's famous. I'm like, yeah, he's kind of famous.
Well, there's Beyond the Vanity Revisited live.
Yeah.
At a studio.
Yeah, we had to call that live, but it's in the studio.
Yeah.
I'm on that one. It's recorded at the same place.
Now,
maybe Punk Rock Confidential too. We might have done that together. Yeah.
I wasn't sure if that was just a remastered version. Is that actually?
No, they're actual new masters because of something with the label. You'll have to get Joe on here to tell you about that, but I don't know all the details with that. But it's something where he's like, we're gonna own new masters for this stuff. So
does Joe play drums at all?
No. But well, yes, it sounds like throwing drums down a flight of steps.
We'll get him on. He's qualified.
Yeah, there you go, man. Yeah, he's learning, bud. I think he can keep a beat,
Yeah. I think,
but it's fun recording with Joe because I don't know if you guys are Queers fans, but he has when I started, right, when I knew I was gonna go full time with them, I wrote out like a list. I'm not being sarcastic, of maybe 90 songs, maybe 100. It was a lot. It was huge. And I'm horrible with band names, or not band names, song names. I don't know what the songs are called sometimes. So I had my wife call them out when we were like doing dishes or whatever, making dinner, because I know the Queers don't use a set list. And I was coming from a band that used a set list exclusively, right? We rehearsed to a set list. And the first time years ago when I said, hey, Joe, we're going to rehearse, he said, don't show up if you don't know the songs. That's rehearsal. I'm like, oh, okay. That's how it is. Huh? So then, you kind of go into that world and you're not sure if you're going to be comfortable not using a set list, So it's based on what I can hear. So I hear him say, he doesn't say Not of the Living Queers, but, Teenage Bonehead or Punk Rock Girls or whatever, you
count it off.
He says it. We seem a lot smarter than we are. People are always like, you don't use a set list. I go, well, yeah, but he says the name of the song. So you just hear it and you go on, Some of them are blocks which go together, but
Right.
Or you fuck him up and he's like, I don't want to play this song. And you play it anyways. You know?
So, dude, how do you prep? I mean, with a band that has such like an extensive back catalog, like
It can be a lot. Like,
does he give you a list of like, this is what we're gonna
no,
be doing, or you just have to know everything in case
you
he
just,
yelled it out?
you gotta know everything. And then there's the studio version and then what we're gonna do, right? So tempo, Joe bases a lot of tempos, Matt, you'll like this, on the vibe of the room. So it's like, you might have done it faster last night because the room, the audience wanted it that way,
Right.
you know? So tonight we're not going to do it that fast. So you got to fill that out. It's not right or wrong, but it's more adaptive. It can be a challenge, but when it works, it's really, really fun and rewarding because I've been fortunate enough to see new guys come in the band and they're, I say scared, but they don't want to get fired. They don't want to make a mistake, right?
Right.
And we're hard on people. We send people home all the time, and that no set list thing fucks some people up, man. You know, and so it is interesting because you kind of gotta know enough about it, but then Joe wants you to use your ears and just figure it out. You know, it's kind of interesting.
I'm sitting here wondering if I could handle that.
You could handle that. I mean, listen, all of us can, you know, and it's pretty interesting because I've had nights where I know I played a song at 220 that's 180 on the records, right?
Yeah.
And then and then the next night play it at 170, and I'll go, why'd we do it different? And he's like, it was just about the vibe of the room. You know, it's challenging sometimes, but if I'm out on tour a lot with Go-Go from the Dickies, that guy's incredible. I don't know if you've ever seen Adam Gomez, but
yeah, we've been trying to get him on too. It's kind of
this
same
dude,
deal with you.
He's incredible, man. Like, you know, and I gotta usually the Queers will open for the Dickies, you know, so I get lucky. I don't have to follow him, but I told him, you know, you're noticing surely like we're not the same every night. And he's like, yeah, I notice. Yeah, I'm a drummer. You know, I'm like, but if you jump up there and play, the same shit's going to happen. You know, it's pretty funny though.
Yeah. I mean, that does tend to happen. Like I've noticed, you know, just playing live over the last 30 years, if there's two people at your show, you're not as into it. You're not going to put as much into it. Thus, you might play slower.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Depends on what they can hear too up front. I don't know what you guys do in your monitors, but through the years, you know, 120 gigs a year, I'm like, just give me Joe's vocal in the monitor. I don't want anything else. So I really, if I can't hear, you know how you can get so much in your monitors that you can't hear a damn thing.
Yeah.
You know, so,
then you play by
I drop everything. I want the most organic sound I can get for my monitor, and if I can't hear his vocals, I know the song's good enough I can sing to him, you know, so that's kind of how I can do it, you know, and of course there's some stages with delay and you know how that stuff goes. So, but you know, punk rock is not, especially that kind of, a lot of that early Queers stuff, you know, if you're familiar with, is like really Black Flag type of stuff, you know, it's not all pop punk stuff. So some of the faster stuff, in a certain room, you know, it sounds horrible if it's not a good room.
Yeah.
It always sounds bad where I'm sitting, everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, luckily the Queers kind of there's just kind of a formula, I think, you know.
Absolutely.
Like very recognizable. Like,
yeah.
Like if I hear a band do it, I'm like, oh, that sounds like the Queers, like the way they would kind of write a song or whatever.
Yeah, Joe's he's, you know, I'm not saying this because I'm in the band with him. He's one of the best songwriters in punk music, and it's an honor to be in a band with him. But I'm also a fan, you know. When he shows me new stuff, I go, man, that's the shit right there, because he is a great songwriter, and he is about the songs. He's not really like writing a new song gets him out of bed. You know, he's about that. He loves that. I mean, and you can tell that because we can play.
I mean, brilliant.
Yeah, it's great. But like, so what's fun with the Queers is there'll be one night on a 30-day tour where he'll call out a whole different set list than he has the whole tour, you know, and that's fun, man. It's fun as hell. So when new guys filter in and out, I go, man, you might want to know 50 songs. I mean, we play 30 songs in a night, you know. So
when you get new bass players, it's because the old guy went out of tune. His bass went out of tune, so you just replace him with a whole new person instead.
Bam. It usually comes down to, you know, for a long time we had a Cheeto. He was really, really cool, but he's a school teacher, so we had to get back to that. And then Ginger was playing guitar while Joe just sang, and we moved Ginger over to bass, and Joe went back to guitar. Now he got called up to Screeching Weasel. Joe hooked him up with that gig. So he's doing Screeching Weasel, and then he joined the Dwarves full time. So he's kind of out of it right now. But I mean, with our blessings, of course, because we're friends with all these bands. Mm-hmm. And so right now we used our roadie on the last trip. So it's like if you're hanging out with the Queers, you might want to know some of the songs, man. You're probably gonna get called up there.
I love
Ginger that. Started out as our roadie, by the way. So now he's in all these great bands. But he's a metal guy, you know? And I always tell him, man, you got to stop fucking with all these punk bands, man, and do some metal stuff.
Well, I'm looking at Wikipedia, and there's a list this long of past members.
Yeah. But it's not really past members. That's guys that have done a tour or a show or something. Sure. I get that they're on there. There's probably really 10 members of the band through all the years.
Yeah.
You know, because Joe shouldn't have to. If I can't play, that he can't play. You know, it's like whatever. You know, I'm in the band, but we need to call you, we will call you, Matt. Maybe you could do a gig for me. You know what I mean? So
I mean, I know a lot of Queer songs, but I'm not as versed as you are, obviously. But
I love like I don't have a lot of knowledge running around in my head, but I know about comics and punk rock. Two completely worthless things.
No, stop.
Oh.
So, dude, I want to know how around like what age, how old were you? Like, how'd you get into the music, just in general?
Just in general, punk music, or
when? Well, let's start with anything, and then we'll.
Man, talk about when I was a kid, I was real into Michael Jackson. Man, I thought
he would have been into you too, buddy.
You damn right. He I thought that was. What's that?
Allegedly.
I thought that shit was badass, but I mean, I was right at the age that he would have liked me too. You're right. But it wasn't until I started getting into, I thought I was into Metallica and like with the Black Album stuff, but I was really little. And because I got an older brother and he's into music too, but he was kind of Nirvana and stuff like that. I'm 41, so in the early 90s, I was young. How old are you, Matt?
I'll be 46 this month.
Nice. So you kind of understand that era. So, anyways, what happened is I asked for the Metallica album with the Enter Sandman on it. It's just called Metallica. But for my birthday, and they got me Ride the Lightning. They didn't know which one was which, right?
Yeah.
So that set me on a fucking path, for this thrash metal thing, which I'm still into today. I love thrash metal. I love that type of drumming. I love all that stuff. So that led to Sepultura and Slayer and then Megadeth and all that stuff. But the way I got into punk music, again with the older brother, he was into the Ramones and the Queers, and I happened to hear the Ramones do the Spider-Man song, and I was like, dude, I love this band, whoever they are, and that just changed everything for me. When the Ramones did Spider-Man, I love Spider-Man. I've got a comic book store, so I love Spider-Man and I love the Ramones, and they're both from Queens, New York, and it's awesome, man. So that was a real intro to me for that, and that led to the Ramones leads to Misfits, leads to Screeching Weasel, leads to NoFX, leads to Queers, all that stuff. The rabbit hole that it is.
Yeah.
But I love music in general, man. I can listen to country music and twangy country shit from around this area, and I love bluegrass music. I like some hip hop. As a drummer, we always got some hip hop bullshit in our heads, right? Yeah. And what's that?
I mean, it's not like it's too much different, but like I know we're upstate, but New York is, it's a lot of hip hop.
A lot of hip hop, man. A lot of hip hop. And there's a place for hip hop, man. I like a lot of it,
Well, I think that there's definitely parallels, like punk rock and hip hop kind of run
absolutely,
adjacently from each other. I just think one wants money and the other one's embarrassed if they have it. Right, like that's kind of
that's a good.
Not all of it, obviously, but
I mean,
that's a good analogy, man.
Walk this way, like that's a perfect example right there.
Aerosmith,
yeah,
and DMC, right? But what about didn't Anthrax do one with Flavor Flav?
Public Enemy, yeah.
Oh, Public Enemy, yeah. See, you get me, motherfuckers. That shit's awesome. Is it called that? What's that song called?
Bring the Noise.
Bring the Noise. I was gonna say.
I always thought it'd be fun to as a drummer to play in a hip hop. I'm not a big hip hop person. I kind of like the 90s, like the late 80s, like mid 90s hip hop. Yeah, I don't like
that kind of stuff.
It's not really hip hop anymore. I don't know what it's called now, but
whatever that shit is now that my kids hear is not what I'm talking about when I say hip hop.
The beats were always so
funny.
fun.
Dude, the beats are fun as hell.
There's a younger dude from Jersey named K-Prez, and I was like, fuck, this is like the first new hip hop that I found, but he definitely has a bit of an older school vibe to him. So I'm like,
that's cool, man. I'll check that out. That's awesome.
Good shit,
I love that kind of stuff. And, just going back to the original question, once I got into, I always liked music. I was raised around AC/DC and Led Zeppelin and, Leonard Skinner, all the classic rock shit. So I always liked that stuff. But the first band for me that got me where I'm like, I want to play music for a living or in my life, not really for a living, but it was Metallica. I want to be like these guys. That changed.
You want to be like Lars?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm as good as Lars. Are you as good as Lars?
Well, I practiced my drums.
Yeah.
I hope he's not listening to our little podcast.
Dude, I love that. I love that interview when he's like, what was the interview? He's like, yeah, unless we're in the studio or touring, I don't really play my drums. And I'm like,
yeah, we can tell, Lars.
No,
we can tell. A few years ago, I took some lessons to do some other stuff that's not really punk shit, just working on striking and ghost notes and shit like that. And I counted something out on a piece of paper. I'd never took any lessons in my life until like 2 years ago. Had some time off a tour, and I said, I'd love to learn something new, right? So I'm talking to the guy, and he goes, hey, now you know more about drums than one of the most famous drummers in the world. I'm like, who are you talking about? He's like, Lars Ulrich. He doesn't know shit.
I want to say poor guy, but he's far from poor. That's
great.
That's for sure.
He said, that guy, his name's Bart Robley. He's really cool. I met him through Dusty Watson. I don't know if you guys know Dusty Watson. Great fucking drummer. He plays drums for Nashville Pussy, and he is in the Sonics, our old school band.
Are you serious?
With the Queers. Yeah.
No shit, dude.
He played drums with the Queers for a little stint, and he played with Agent Orange for a while. And he was in Lita Ford, the Lita Ford band in the 80s. The guy's an incredible player. Check him out.
Dude,
but he was
weird. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, he hooked me up with that guy Bart Robley because he does lessons with him, and he's like, hey, if you're not learning, if you're not moving forward, you're falling behind. I was like, I agree with that. So it's fun to play.
I have a weird Lita Ford story. Like you mentioned that name.
Hit Lita Ford for me.
So me and my my buddy were doing a photography thing in a town called Waxahachie, which is just neighbors, my town, Midlothian.
I know Waxahachie. I sell comics to watch Waxahachie coins and
comics. Yeah. So
Kyle
anyway,
Brown.
So we're doing dog photos it was like Santa, Christmas time. And this like metal looking guy walks up with a girl that's kind of metal looking too. And we get to talking. And I go, you're in a band, aren't you? That was the first thing I said to him. He's like, yeah, I actually am. He's Lita Ford's guitar player.
There you go, man.
And it was weird because I get home and I tell my buddies I'm in this band. They're kind of country rockish. We were trying to get things going back up again. I was like, I just met Lita Ford's guitar player, and Eddie, the bass player. He goes, I'm auditioning for him tomorrow. I was like, what?
Lita Ford, man.
That's so
she's
weird.
up in it, man. Yeah, it is weird. But and she still goes out and plays some big ass shows, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Dusty was in that original band, and then right now he's with Nashville Pussy. But he's kind of like a mentor type of figure for me with drumming. He's a surf drummer though. We're different types of drummers for sure. He has technical talent and I don't know shit. I just beat drums. But we're different in completely different ways, but I'm always trying to learn more, So in my free time, I'm like, well, I could watch TV or play video games, but I really like to drum. So I did all day today. You're right. You know what I mean? So people think that's crazy if they don't understand. I mean, you guys, I'm preaching to the choir, but people think it's crazy. I'm like, well, I play my guitar or I drum while my kids play the video games. I don't have to.
This is the most fun puzzle that you'll never solve 100%.
You're damn right. And you can be good at it and someone can be better. It's kind of interesting.
It's funny too, man. Is like, I can't remember who said it, but I mean, it's very true. It's like sometimes what makes you a better drummer is your lack of knowledge. And
that can be true.
That episode, I think it was the first one when we talked to Dave Mello of like
a good episode.
Thank you. I Chris Farley'd my way through that one. Holy shit. Do you remember? That was awesome.
Remember that time?
Yeah. The Chris Farley.
But you did good. That was a good episode. I found it informative as a fan of Operation Ivy. So.
Oh, dude, I fucking punished that poor dude. But yeah, I think it was. But like, how I was like, oh, dude, I stole fills from you, but I couldn't do them right, and they turned it my own thing, and he was just like, I was stealing them from someone else, but you just can't do them right. And I think there's something cool about, I mean, don't get me wrong, it'd be great to be growing up now, learn how to play with this fucking wealth of information and how to. But there's just something cool, dude. I remember learning like the intro to Refuse Resist for the first time as a kid and just being like, holy fuck, like,
yeah, that shit's badass.
Like, man. I did it, man. I did it. Oh, I'm
glad you said that, Christian, because Igor is my guy. Bill Stevenson's my guy in punk, but Igor is my guy in metal.
You and I share that for sure.
God bless you, sir. I mean,
I'll keep it short because I've told the story on here a million times, but when I was 13, I went to see Pantera and Sepultura open for him, and I didn't give a fuck about Pantera after that. But I think Max had the Discharge sticker on his guitar, and Igor was wearing a Dead Kennedy shirt, so I went home and
like, that touches some shit.
That's
I imagine me. Who doesn't get a lot of credit is Nail Bomb.
Yeah,
dude, so that shit's awesome, man. So we're homies forever now. You don't get a lot of people talking about. I mentioned Sepultura just earlier when I said Metallica led to such and such.
I saw Christian's face light up.
Yeah. I love Sepultura. Now they're not a band that you can like say every record's good by any means.
Well, but, I mean, that's not the same.
It's not the same band, no. But that early stuff. I love Arise. That's really to me was an inspirational type of drumming. When we started out. My brother, I've mentioned him a few times, he'd have bands and, back then it was like sit at the drums and go as fast as you can and as hard as you can until it's over, So that's until I stopped and I go, well, I don't have to worry about, I used to manage that other band, Teenage Rehab, and you're driving to the gigs, you're printing the merch, you're doing all the stuff. And then you're on the hook if people come or don't come. You guys have been in this situation, I'm sure, where we only drew 30 people and we drove 12 hours or whatever. But with the Queers, I didn't have to worry about that, so I could focus on the drumming, So that's really cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's really cool. So over time, I was like, I just focus on my shit, I don't, so I've been able to learn a lot. Now, a lot of it you don't. I wouldn't apply in that band per se, but just being more well-rounded is never a problem. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, dude, I mean, I think there's always like a little bit of like Don't Back Down pops to mind, where there's always been like a bit of a, I don't know if I'd go to as far to say like, you know what, man, fuck, I will. I think some of the queer stuff does have almost like a Motowny or like surf kind of
Absolutely
vibe to the
a
drumming.
lot
So I
of
don't.
stuff that we do is Beach Boys inspired. You know, again, like Joe can write these great songs, like you said earlier. I Can't Stop Farting, or whatever. You can take your pick of. I Want Cunt, or whatever they are, which we are punk anthems, and people go crazy. But then we get into Don't Back Down, and Born to Do Dishes, and all that stuff is a different flavor. It's more like Ramones mixed with the Beach Boys, and even though it's uniquely Joe King's thing. But it's so cool to be a part of that because we can shift those gears on stage.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
My favorite Queers like sound is the kind of like Don't Back Down type songs.
Those songs are so fun. It takes so much discipline to play them correctly. You know what I'm saying? Like, we might want to throw a drum roll in this motherfucker, but it's like, no, it doesn't need it.
Yeah,
it's so fun to play.
Songs or Punk Rock Girls, or I mean, even like I mean, gosh, my favorite album is Pleasant Screams. So
that's a great record. We're doing a lot of Pleasant Screams right now, actually.
Oh man,
yeah, a lot. But you could take that record right there. You could take those two records and get a 15-song set list that would be great. And that's just wild to me because those are later albums, for the Queers. That's not including anything off Love Songs for the Retarded,
right?
Which is iconic as hell. If we don't play, what we run into is if we didn't play such and such X, Y, and Z, Punk Rock Girls or whatever,
you're gonna get.
Then someone's upset. You know what I mean? It's like, well, damn, we got to start doing the no repeat weekend type of thing, like play the same club, twice and do two different sets or something, because we could do a whole 80s hardcore set and then do a pop punk set the next day. And right now we're traveling with a keyboard player. So we've been doing Mrs. Brown, You Have an Ugly Daughter, and Let the Rain Wash Away My Tears, and a lot more of the sugary poppy stuff, which is really fun to play.
That's what I like.
Really fun to play.
That's what Tanner.
I personally like the thrashy mean stuff better, like personally, but I love it all.
I just like
I love that
and harmonies and stuff like that. It's my favorite thing.
Yeah, it can be tough to pull that stuff off in a room. And again, we also don't sound check. We don't have a set list and we don't sound check. So some of that stuff can be tough. So when you pull it off and it works, it feels really good. It's like, oh, I guess we're all right.
Yeah. I mean, you just go up there hoping everything's going to work. Like the guitars are going to turn on and.
Well, I mean, we have, I have to get up and, typically what happens is, we get there. Typically what happens is if you're traveling with the Queers or you are on tour or a couple shows with us, let's say your band come out with us, we want you to use our gear or vice versa. So we just get rid of all the, shouldn't look like a Rolling Stones concert with gear everywhere.
Yeah.
The other night I played in the OKC in a club, a decent 100 capacity, right? There was 4 drum sets. I was like, guys, you can play my drums. It's fine, like that's too much. I just think that's too much. Anyways, so normally, I'll get up there and have my setup and, say, you guys use whatever you want. And then I'll just put on my breakables and my Black Beauty. Yeah. That's right. And then, and just go from there. I get a little sound with the bass player and the keyboard player, and then the bass player will run over to Joe's guitar and check it, and we go, okay, that's it. And
good.
Then we go get Joe and we start the entrance music and we do it. And we just tell the guys, sound guy, watch the first song or two and we'll say up or down on the vocals or whatever. And it works for us. It's really fast and loose though. Like we'll do that at Punk in the Park or Punk Rock Bowling or one of the, and it's like this. stage is so much bigger, you know, so you gotta be ready for that kind of
I
stuff.
think
But
that's cool.
what's really cool about the Queers is being adaptive to, like, we're gonna play a bar tonight on the floor where we're running the sound, right? Oh, Hoglog, turn up the vocals. Then tomorrow night we're playing a fucking sold out festival, and then the next night we're playing a 500 capacity
It keeps
venue.
you humble a little bit, huh?
We're always in this mode, you know, where you can't get comfortable at one level, and I think that's given me and all the guys that have played with the Queers such an incredible advantage. You know, there's not many situations I haven't been in as far as stage stuff.
Yeah, if you're always pampered, you're never gonna
never
play well when you don't have what you need.
And you're never going to learn anything. You know, again, when I say new guys coming in, they always want to rehearse. And I go, well, the thing is this, of course you want to rehearse and be practiced and all that. But if you can hear yourself and we have a little rehearsal, that's not really reality. You know what I mean? We need to play where we can't hear and see how good we are, you know, and then that's kind of what's really cool about the band, because it exists on all these different levels at once. It's really fun.
Yeah. Well, and you know, you're kind of talking about how you would adjust levels as you played. You know, as a drummer, you kind of get used to memorizing, you know, playing songs. I've done that a lot whenever I'm playing a show, I can't hear anything, but I just play by memory. And
absolutely.
And I guess people who know the Queers music well enough, like if I was watching your show and it didn't sound good, I would have the song in my head. It would sound good in my head, and then you'd eventually fix it.
Another cool thing about the Queers that I realized, being from a small town, being from this small town, we have a punk scene here, and it's an incredible punk scene. But when I was like 15, I'd be like, any band that you've heard of can draw, anywhere. But it's not really true. But then, you realize that's just a part of a scene. But the Queers really can go anywhere in the world and draw a crowd. And that's because Joe has traveled so long and so many times. We can draw a crowd in Savannah, Georgia, 300 kids on a Tuesday night. And then we can go to Italy 2 days later and draw a crowd. And we can go to Russia, Moscow, and draw a crowd. And we can go to Finland. And where I played a cave in Italy called The Cave. And there was like 200 kids in there. I don't even know where we were at, honestly.
Underground.
It was some cool underground thing. It was fun. The hotel had no Wi-Fi. It was bullshit. I want to check my fucking Facebook, man.
Yeah, that's
but it's pretty cool to be able to, like I said, Joe's gracious enough to have us, and I thank God I get to be there and have all those experiences playing, because to me they're all connected to that first gig I ever played here in my hometown. It's just it's another gig. It's I'm into 1,200, 1,500 gigs now. It's insane. With this band, it's insane.
That's crazy.
Jesus.
Yeah, it is insane, really, when I think about it. Because I'll see this. I got a customer out here yelling. It's funny, at the end of the year I'll see the big list of all the gigs and I go, good Lord, I was at all those.
Wow. No. So I think about that a lot, and I'm always thankful that I'm not in that position where I have to just
man,
like song after song after song after song. Like it doesn't seem like there's ever any, like whenever I go see the Queers play, it's like, or Teenage Bottle Rocket, or where I'm like, how do they do that? Like, how do they? Because I always have to like breathe after a song, because I'll give every song my all and everything, and then I'm like, hold on, guys, give me just like 30 seconds.
Now to the next one.
Yeah. So you got to be in incredible shape.
I've been there before. I've done this so long now, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's completely valid, but it's just, I guess it's kind of Joe's way that he adapted through the years, and it gave the Queers an edge. The Ramones don't even do it like the Queers do it. You know what I mean? Like, and he learned that from the Ramones and Dick Dale's band. Dusty played for Dick Dale too, by the way. So the Queers and Dick Dale played some gigs together, and Joe was really enamored with how Dick Dale ran his band, and that's where the no set list thing came from. You just fill out the crowd and all that stuff, and I've been fortunate to learn all that stuff. It's really cool. I can tell, because I'm always directly behind Joe, whether he's just singing or playing guitar. I can tell by his body language what we're about to do, whether we're going to keep on to the pop punk stuff or we're going to switch it over to the meaner side of things. I say mean, but more aggressive. And the crowd, you show up and there's a bunch of Mohawk kids there in leather jackets. They're not really, they're wanting to dance, man. They want to throw down. So it's like, well, let's give them that,
Yeah.
and we can do that. It's kind of cool. It's like jazz in a way, right? Like if the pop punk kids come out and that's what they want, and that's what we'll play.
Right.
If the other guys are there, it's usually a mix of both, anyways. But with the keyboards we've been leaning a lot of pop punk. I don't mean pop punk exclusively, but like super pop punk, because the Queers always play pop punk, but it's like shit with keyboards and fucking real slow drum beats and stuff that's really fun to play. Most melody based stuff,
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun. So you guys will have to stop me if I'm on a tangent. No one ever talks to me about this stuff. I'm always talking about this shit, so whatever.
What is that behind you?
Those are trade paperbacks, collected editions of comics. So I'm just in the collected edition part of the store, but I got a bunch of shit everywhere.
Wow.
There's a bunch of shit all over the place. But I'm just in this little spot here because it had decent lighting. If I'm not on tour, this is where I'm at.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah.
You got some action figures in there?
I do. They're in the next area right there. I don't know if you can see them very well, but we got a ton.
This is my
Oh, I love that. That's cool. A few of my friends have that. I love that thing.
I bought two of them. I bought one to play with, one to keep in the box.
Nice. I just sold the Tim Armstrong as a wolf or something. They made him for Super 7 made him. Oh, that's awesome. Hey, a guy brought me a pop and it's of me. I couldn't believe it.
What? That's awesome.
Yeah, and what's really cool is Queers fans, they're the best. Like they make us artwork, and someone made me baseball cards of the Queers. It's like I got so much cool Queers fan art and stuff. People send Christmas cards and shit. It's crazy, man. The Queers is an awesome ride, man.
Well, I mean, been around since what year?
1981.
91?
81.
Oh, 81. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
I was born in 84.
90. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So you were born in what year?
84.
Oh, 84. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And I always laugh and I tell people, like, they'll say, ask me about a song. I go, well, I was like 9 when that was released. So I didn't know Ursula. Sorry about that. I've met her, but I wasn't there when the song was written. I was 9 years old in Kentucky.
Would have been a little weird if you were.
Yeah, going to 4th grade.
So guys, hear me out. Ursula, she finally.
Yeah, she's got this. Yeah.
Oh shit, man!
Those song titles are so fun. A lot of people are super serious. Every now and again, there's people mad about. Did you find it? Oh, sorry. We were looking for something.
No, you're good.
Every now and again, we run into people mad about some of the titles. I'm like, well, I mean, it's clearly tongue in cheek stuff.
Yeah, well, that's why. I mean, that's what I always loved about I mean, not on so much on the comical side, but I always thought Dillinger 4 had great album names and great song titles. Just like
they're cool. They're good song titles. I had one of their records that had like a penguin on it. I can't remember.
Oh, fuck, which one is that?
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think Dillinger 4 vs. God is my favorite.
I've never heard that
one.
I don't know.
And title, but anyways, we'll get Lane on here another time. This is about you.
There you go.
So tell me a little bit about I mean, I'm always curious probably more than Matt, but what, let's say like, what did you kind of start with gear wise in the beginning and what are you playing on these days?
Right now, I'm playing Ludwig's, a 1980 Vistalite set, but I've kind of Frankensteined it. I like an 18-inch floor tom. I don't know what you guys are into, but
I typically
we
play
do a lot of that.
16 or 16.
What? Nice. The 18 is a beast.
Yeah.
When I see you next, you gotta jump up there and play on it.
Okay.
It's a beast, man, because it's fucking huge. And we do a lot of floor tom shit, because it's Ramones core stuff. I don't really like that term, but it makes sense. But so a lot of floor tom driven stuff. I don't like that term for the queers. It's more like the Riverdales and bands like that are Ramones core, but we have Ramone aspects. So a lot of floor tom shit, and always the fucking hi-hat thing.
Wonder if that's
What are you doing symbol wise these days?
Zildjians. I like a 22 ride with a nice bell on it. That's
Okay.
my thing. I do a 16 crash and an 18 crash,
Yeah,
and
like
15-inch hats. That's what I like.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
What are you doing like series wise? A's, K's, what do you got?
I like the K's. Yeah, yeah. What do you use, eh?
I K.
Yeah, I
Okay.
pretty much like what I can get a hold of. In a studio, I mean, you guys are probably smarter than me. I just beat the fuck out of them at a gig. But in a studio, there's a different. And
Oh, yeah.
Matt, I'm sure you got something to say about that, right?
I'm kind of a creature of habit. I've got two 18 crashes that I use all the time, and I just like
That's cool.
I just like how, having the same sound. I'm not real big about, this crash has to have a different tone than this one.
Yeah.
It doesn't
I'm not
bother
like a
me.
real big gear geek, even though I like, what's really been a blessing for me is like we run something, not run it down, but it's had 500 gigs on it in 5 years,
Sure.
and we just get something else, and usually I've seen Joe donate that stuff to younger bands. People need a cymbal. He goes to Hog, let's go get a new one for us, and we'll give them this one. It's not broke by any means.
Just
They'll
one.
be great. Yeah, they'll be grateful for it. So we've done that kind of stuff through the years. So we switch out quite a bit. If you can look at pictures of me through a decade, and I've got like 6 different drum sets, and it's crazy because each of them have, at least a cycle of 3 to 10 tours on them, depending on how long those tours are. I mean, we'll do 6 weeks on the road. It's insane.
Are you pretty loyal Ludwig drummer? Or?
I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but I really enjoy their gear. I really like Yamaha drums too. I really dig their hardware. I like serious hardware because I run into stuff that's chintzy and it doesn't hold up for me. And I don't like hipster type of drums I like a track a rack tom. Yeah. No, I don't. I mean, I'm talking like hipster type of hardware. I like a fucking rack tree. I like running your rack tom in the. If you can't have the tree, then put it in the snare basket. None of this crazy shit going everywhere, and it's hard to get cymbals where you want them and stuff. So sometimes I have to use other people's gear. No problem. I take the challenge. But I can't get the shit right where I want it, and I hate when a floor tom is riding on the ride cymbal when it's connected to it. I can't stand that. I can't get them where I want them.
Yeah.
Now everybody's different. So, do you feel me on that?
Yeah.
I played a gig recently, and one of the drummers backlined it, and I mean he was a younger dude, like probably half my age, but like I don't want my ass to leave the drum throne to hit a cymbal or to choke it. Like they were just everything was so spread apart, like
so far away.
I'm old, so like I'm trying to get everything pretty much to where like
pretty close.
My elbows don't even have to leave my sides to
right.
Everything's pretty close, which is why I don't really do like I got my shoulders from my 9 to 5, if you want to call it that, are kind of fucked. So I would love an 18, but I just can't get it to hit the middle of it. I can't get around quick enough it sucks, but I'll usually do, right now I'm doing 13, 16, 24 by 14. So
Nice.
13 rack, awesome. 16 floor, 24 by 14. I know, I never fucked with anything besides 22-inch kick drums, and I got this one on the cheap, and it sounds so fucking good. Ludwig's as well.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love Ludwig's. I love when we go travel with Teenage Bottle Rocket. I get to use Chuka's setup, and he's got an awesome setup. I think he's got a 26. Is that a 26 or 24 on the kick drum?
The pink one.
Yeah,
I think it's like purple and green.
Which I guess it depends which one it is. I saw them year before last or something like that, and he was playing.
Man, what an incredible fucking drummer that guy is.
Yeah. I just saw
a friend
a couple months ago.
What a great friend. Yeah, right. Yeah, I knew you've seen him not that long ago, right? Mm-hmm. But man, I've done so many gigs with those guys, and they're like brothers to me. And I love watching Chuka play drums. Man, that guy's great. Yeah. Oh, but I love playing on his gear too, because it's so simple. But he's got a bigger kick setup than I do. I do the 22 kick as like you said. So I think he's either 24 or maybe 26. I don't know. I've never measured it, but it kind of raises everything.
About that, buddy? You've never measured it?
Well, yeah, I have. It's easy to measure.
No, you're right, man. You're right. Definitely. So the kit I'm playing now is one of those old, like the first wave of the 80s rockers. So they're still like the USA made ones. With black and white badge on it. So it's 13 by 13, 12 by 12 toms. I actually had the 13 cut down to 13 by 9 because I couldn't fucking put it, like if I had it where I needed it was like up here.
Yeah, I think I've got all the badges on these Ludwigs. They're cool, but they've been Frankenstein though. I don't know.
The best ones, man. I've always I love like all Ludwig's crazy that the bowling ball finishes, but I always just end up with a black drum set. I don't fucking care about it.
I've got black. I've had black for years, and now I'm just on white, and I love it. And
I like sparkle.
Sparkle's cool, man. I mean, drums are drums. I love them, right? It's like tits. They're all nice, right? Whatever. At the end of the day, I love.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I was hoping I didn't have to edit any of the. I'm just kidding.
Oh, sorry about that.
No, you haven't mentioned tits.
Not true at all, though. There are bad tits
and drums.
I've got a couple pair right here. But
Matt was actually hoping there'd be more tits. He meant he's gonna have to edit in.
Yeah, put some in.
Saying tits and just keep mentioning.
Put some in. But to answer your question completely, I started with like a Pearl Export series or something. They were awesome though. I mean, they got the job done. I always found the Pearl rack to be kind of chintzy because it would spin around. I couldn't get it tight enough. But that was probably just the ones I had. Oh, by your face, it doesn't look like it was just the ones I had.
Ask him what color it was, Christian.
Was it wine red?
It was not. It was like kind of the color of my hat, like maybe forest green.
Okay.
And you could see the wood grain in them. They were a good kit. I think
the exports are great, man. If you tune them,
they were cool.
Man,
one of my favorite sets that I've ever had, Joe bought it for me, was a Yamaha. Gosh dang, not the Rockstar, but the next one, Grand Star. They were fucking awesome, man. You ever used one? Oh, Tama, excuse me.
Yeah.
But Tama and Yamaha, they kind of have the same shit. Tama Grand Star, excuse me. Yes. They were fucking great.
Sounds like a town from where you're from.
It does. They were great, man. I love the hardware on those things.
Oh, dude, those things are killer. They have some of the higher up, the kits have like the memory locks for the bass drum spurs that you like know exactly. Yeah. My buddy's got a studio, Tyler, Pacemaker Studio in upstate New York, and he's got a one of like the Tama, like the Birch Babinga kits there. So I've never been one of those,
man.
Fucking wood, blah, 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 but I'm like that thing.
Me neither, man. I just beat the fuck out of them like they owe me money.
You don't even have to tune that thing, and it just sounds so fucking good. So that show that we played, someone else backlined it with that same exact, not his, but they brought that same kind of kit. And I for a minute I was like, man, maybe I'll buy one. And then I saw how expensive they were, and I'm like,
yeah, they're expensive, man. But it's my snare is a Black Beauty 6.5. I love that, and I tune it up, and I always tell younger bands, I told Billy Batson, the Made Men's drummer, and Nub Nub's his name. What a fucking incredible drummer. You guys got to check him out. But he said sometimes they can't hear his snare, and I said you got to tune it higher though, because you're playing punk rock. You got to tune your snare up so you can cut through all this noise, you know. And I'll be roadieing for that guy one day. He's incredible. He just turned 18. Have you listened to that band? They are beasts.
What is
Billy
it?
Bats and the Made Men.
No.
They're from Atlanta, and I've known them for a little bit now. But my gosh, dude, that drummer is something else. So you got a new record out called "For the Surly Types." It rips, dude. It
Nice.
rips.
Yeah.
So you is your regular listening like a little bit more aggressive punk shit, or
You know, like when I'm at work, I can't listen to too much aggressive stuff. So it's usually like Tom Petty and Electric Light Orchestra and stuff like that. But when I'm able to break away and listen to punk, it's pretty aggressive stuff. I say aggressive. I mean, more aggressive than the Queers, you know, like Circle Jerks and Black Flag. And I like later Black Flag that's a little weird, like the In My Head era and stuff like that. I like, I like a lot of I don't know if you guys know the Pink Lincolns. I like a lot of that stuff. They're from Florida, really cool band. Zero Boys. I like that shit.
yeah, buddy.
I like a little bit of everything, but I do like some aggressive punk rock. Minor Threat is one of my favorite bands. Dead Kennedys, all that stuff.
Have you heard any?
I find myself always going back to that stuff.
Dude, you got to check out this band Bootlicker from Canada.
Wow, that's a good name.
They're so fucking, dude. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but it sounds like they peak the drums on the recordings on purpose, so they're just like slightly low. It's so
Oh, that's awesome, man.
This band Chain Whip, you got to check them out too.
Never heard of those guys.
Yeah,
All of a sudden there's
dude.
bands just everywhere, and it's kind of cool, you know.
And they're good too, man.
Yeah,
like,
they're good bands.
Like, shit,
Someone will tell me a name of a band, whatever, some band, and I go, I'll check them out. And then they're just incredible. They're like a great fucking band. So it's kind of weird. It's a different vibe than it was 15 years ago, even, you know.
Yeah. Fucking who's Dark Thoughts?
Dark Thoughts is awesome.
Dude,
yeah,
they so fucking good, man.
So they're doing a lot of that hi-hat shit that I have to end up doing.
Yeah, dude. They're fucking killer. You should do some shows with them. Bring them out. Bring them out with you.
No. Never know, man.
Are you typically playing eighth notes with the Queers? Are you keeping that going? Or are you kind of holding back and doing like on the hi-hats?
I do eighths, yeah. But I do full stroke. I don't someone's calling me. I do full stroke, so I don't bounce at all on the Ramones type of shit. So it's like, just straight up. No,
you do it. Are you full?
Do a little dance, make a little love.
You full wrist or what?
Yeah, full wrist. Yeah.
Wow. No.
So it's weird because you can get away with it by kind of opening up your hi-hats and like if you're tired or if you don't want to.
Oh, and I close my hi-hat while I do it.
Oh, that's even worse. But then you play
no cheater.
But you have to play eighth notes if you go to the ride because it just sounds funny playing whole notes. With,
ride,
like
man.
The Queers,
I'm getting into like 30-second notes.
That's crazy.
Love you, buddy. Hey, come say hi on here. This is my brother.
Yeah,
he got me into music. This is Matt.
Hey, how's it going, Matt? How you
doing? Hey, buddy.
Christian over there.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm doing great. I've been listening to you guys. It's been awesome, actually.
Oh, thank you,
everybody.
Love you too. I'll see you
tomorrow, man.
Yep.
So it's cool having a business with your brother. But yeah, we always laugh. Like I'm getting into, we had an eighth note, but we're like playing it 30 seconds. It's like really fucking quick, man.
Dude, that's what
Matt and I think the only heated conversation Matt and I ever got into was over eighth notes and 16ths in 30 seconds. Matt was
they're all eighth notes.
Possible. It's not possible.
I mean, yeah,
was I wrong on that one?
Yes,
I was right. Yeah. I was wrong.
But I mean, they are eighth notes. They're just fast.
Yeah.
Right.
See,
so they're.
I think by technical standards, you and I are wrong. But
yeah, we are.
But I mean, if you play them fast enough, right? It's fucking.
I mean, I've had that. People have joked about it. Fuck, I'm like, I don't know. I'm paid to do a certain thing, so if the boss says go faster, then I'm going to go faster. And if it's the hi-hat, then I'm going to do it faster, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Mhm.
speed doesn't make the uh
Notes change.
change. Yeah, like it's still eighth notes no matter how fast or slow
Yeah,
you play it. But
I agree with that. It is true what you're
No,
saying.
well,
But
now you're
yeah,
both wrong.
you get
I
like
do full
Devo, that's
on
16th notes.
eighth. Yeah, I do full on eighths with no bounce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're all
Bad
full
man.
stroke, all wrist.
And you said you play
Uh,
close hi-hats a lot.
well, if it's in the verse of the song, or and it's a poppy song that's
Yeah.
based where the vocal harmonies matter. Yes,
Sure.
and it seems counterintuitive to close that hi hat. Like while you're sitting there, it might sound too quiet, but when you hear it from a fan's video or something,
Yeah.
it sounds great. It
I
sounds
think
more like.
drummers learn how to kind of get out of the way a lot, you know,
I think so too. Yeah,
because we can play very loud if we want to, but we have to learn to kind of like
to drop back.
yeah, like palm
Well,
muting. You're
another
typically
another
close.
thing we do is, if when you get on a stage that's way too, hot's the wrong term, but everything's just super loud.
Hmm.
Doesn't matter what you do. That's another way we will fall back, and I'll, barely hit the drums, because
Yeah,
I know they're loud enough. It's
like a
another
coffee
one of those
shop,
adaptive. What's that?
like a coffee shop.
I mean, I've done it, dude. I've done a fucking a what's that thing where the girls skate
Oh,
derby,
roller derby.
roller derby, where we
Mhm.
had to like really dial back, and we played like 50 fucking songs. Yeah, but not quite coffee shop, but pulled back because the
Yeah.
sound was going everywhere. It was like there's
There goes
regular
my
people.
next. There goes my next question of the weirdest gig you've ever played. It sounds like
Oh yeah, well
that
that
was
was kind of a weird one, but it was part of this punk rock festival called Punk Rock Raduno in Bergamo, Italy. It was really cool. But I think somebody had dropped off or something, and they were like, "Can you guys do a gig at 2 p.m. today? I know you're headlining the main festival." And we're like, "You get us coffee, and we'll fucking be there, man." You know, we played weird. I've done a lot of weird gigs. I think. You ever
yeah.
had like have you ever had your throne break live, like where you fall?
Not live, no, but I had it
I,
happen here,
I fell,
and
I fell, and the thing about went up my ass. That's fucking crazy.
lucky.
Yeah,
What?
buddy. Lucky
I've
throne.
been playing 31
Um,
years and that's never happened to me. That's crazy.
well, I was, of course, borrowing some horrible gear, and it
Yeah.
fucking broke. Yeah, I've run into some bad gear situations because when you tour overseas for 6 to 8 weeks, and you can't take your drums, you're fucking you're right out straight, at everyone's expense. And I
Yeah.
always laugh, I'd look at our guitar player Ginger and go, "You're not expected to play someone else's fucking guitar, but I gotta play this shitty drum set."
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
yeah, dude. Yep.
there's more chance of something being
Breaking.
off. And I have reoccurring nightmares about that. Playing a show where it's not my stuff, or even if it is my stuff, I don't have half of it, or if it's someone else's
Yeah,
stuff I have to play, it's not all
dude.
there, and I have to like,
Like I'm saying, it used to scare me when I first started, and then now I just go, if I can't play on this, I'm not a pro.
yeah.
It's just it is what it is. It's almost more fun to accept the challenge than to
Mhm.
bitch about it. So it's like whatever. This is like a Walmart drum set.
I
It's
think,
like I look
yeah.
like a clown driving one of those little cars. Like I'm fucking fat and huge
Me
and beating the
too.
shit out of the drums, and then I'm playing this little tiny drum set. But I did it
Well,
in Russia, and it was great, man. Did
there's
it
all
in
those stories
Moscow.
about, was it fucking who was it? Was it Derek Grant when he was in Suicide Machines of playing on like a literal kid's toy
Oh damn,
drum
that
set of
sucks,
fucking
man.
ripping? Yeah, dude, the only thing that I get really kind of iffy about with other people's shit is the kick. Like I have to, well, I don't have to, but I would much prefer to have my
Your
own kick
kick
pedal.
pedal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that. I
Which
understand. I got
what are you using these days?
Speed Cobra. I don't remember the number on it. Maybe it's 9,000 or something like that. It's got the little spring under it. under the
The
pedal.
Cobra Coil.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
That's what they
Sounds like
call
a wrestling move.
The fucking gimmick coil. I took mine off. It does nothing.
It doesn't do anything, but it's cool looking. But doesn't
I,
it sound like a wrestling move?
Yeah.
Overcoil.
I
But I like
moved
those.
up.
What do you guys use?
I moved up to I got the Dynasync, the direct drive version
Oh,
of it.
that's cool. I like those things.
Dude, it's killer pedal, man. I actually when we were rehearsing, we did like a reunion show for this old band that I was in, and I couldn't hear it. And the bass player's like, he's like, dude, I can fucking hear the bass drum. It's plenty loud.
Because it feels like you can't hit them as hard, right? Because the direct.
Dude, I was hitting this so hard that I don't know how I did it. I had Loctite into place and I collapsed the pedal. And then once it broke, the bass player goes, "Oh fuck." He's like, "I couldn't hear it." He's like, "I could feel the floor from you." Like I was stomping on it that hard that I was like, like, well, that's the thing though, is adapting to the room of like, I can't hear this and I need I need to hear the kick drum. And I never thought I could just fucking just everything gave out and it just crushed in. And I'm like, had to reset it and I Loctite again. And I did the permanent Loctite this time. So fucking.
Matt, what do you use?
I have a DW 9000. I
Nice.
just bought it
Awesome.
last year sometime.
Nice. And like I told you guys, I'm not like a gear freak. Like I said, I know it's a Speed Cobra and I like it, but I don't know the number. And if I have to use another one, I'll just use another one.
I have a 5000
I do like it
too.
a lot, but it's weird. Like I've been so at the mercy of whatever we can use. You know, we can like that I just kind of bring my stick bag with my London drumsticks in them and go for it. You know what I mean?
Fellow London drum sticker.
Yes, that's right. But I like the fastback.
What's that?
It's like a 5B.
Okay, that's what I play. 5B.
Is that they look like they call them fastbacks on the site I ordered them from.
This is
yeah.
I don't know.
That's awesome.
It
doesn't say that because it's got your name on it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if it would say it there. This one's been worn out.
I'm not positive, and they might have bailed on calling them that though. So I'm not sure, but I like those things. They play great.
They were so nice to me that when I was in Europe last year, they sent me because they were supposed to send me sticks before I went to Europe. I wanted to promote them and everything, you know. So
yeah, of course.
So I emailed them. I said, I left and I didn't get them. It's okay or whatever. And I get an email while I'm at the festival, and they're like, "Hey, your sticks are in Belgium around the corner." Like, what?
That's awesome.
So like I literally left the festival, walked, I don't know, a mile or two. It was like a convenience store kind of thing, but it had like you could pick up your mail and stuff, packages and stuff there, and they had all my sticks. I'm like, what am I gonna do with all these? I got to get them home now. And they weighed a ton.
Yeah, now you got to put them in your bag.
Yeah, because I was flying home 2 days later.
Though.
Yeah. I know. They're so good.
Man, Black Rock's fun, huh?
Yeah,
I love playing there, man. That's fun. We played on the main stage with Descendants last year. It was fun, man. We had a good time. Of course, we opened that stage, but they were saying that they were blown away at the turnout for us being the opener on the main stage.
I mean, people showed up for Fire Sale, and we're a new band relatively.
Right. And, yeah. I mean, and you guys killed. I saw videos, man. It was awesome.
They're very I learned this when I was there. They're very the people are very like blunt and like they'll tell you what they thought about you. And so our label guy Seth went with us and he was helping us sell stuff at the booth, and he was like, "What do you think of Fire Sale?" And people were like, they sounded like they needed to practice more. You never get that in the States. People are too nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you do. They just don't say it to your face.
Yeah, but I appreciated it.
Like, you like that band, and someone goes, "They're good dudes." And it's like,
that
means you don't like it. Yeah. That means you don't like the song.
But they were spot on though, because we live all over the place. We don't get to practice very much, so.
Right.
We probably did sound like we practiced in a hotel room, and
I listen to you guys. You fucking sound great, man.
Well, the studio stuff, you can, but live, it's a whole new animal.
Man, there's something to be said about like locking in and not like I said, I've never had a Queers rehearsal. I can't think of one, that was like a real rehearsal in a room, like with the drums. Like I've done, oh, that part right there. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? But I mean, I was just away for 5 months and flew to Denver last week, and we never talked about one song. We didn't mention a song. We didn't mention what the set is. We didn't talk about any of it, and just went up there and did it. It was fun. So I get that. It's kind of cool when it happens. So that's cool that fire sells like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, you kind of get to the point where you've had so much under your belt, so many years under your belt that
Yeah,
it's a lot
you
easier.
can rely on the knowledge.
Well, and it's weird. This is the weirdest thing is, so we do a lot of recording. We do a lot more recording than we do playing. So we'll play live, someone will video it, and then like we'll put our studio song to it, and it's like right on the same tempo because
That's perfect.
it's so ingrained in my head that this
Right.
is the tempo. And we've had like 3 or 4 times that's happened, which is insane. So because usually
I think that's cool.
live you play faster.
Yeah, usually you're gonna go a little faster.
But we do a lot more.
And it
studio
seems
stuff.
counterintuitive to, like, for the queers in general, like, we're gonna play it the same speed as the record. Well, what happens is when we get in there and you're kind of feeling that out, and you go, it really is too slow for a live audience.
Right.
And Joe, through the last 30 years, even years where I wasn't there before me, played it way faster than even double the speed.
Yeah.
Like they were way fast. I mean, in the last 7 to 8 years, we've brought them down. They're still fast, but they're, maybe double the speed, maybe 3/4 the speed, whatever. But I mean, there's been times they were 3 or 4 times faster than the records, So it's hard for people to learn the songs. Coming in, you go, hey, learn Born to Do Dishes, and on the record it's like Born to Do Dishes. But we play it like Born to Do Dishes. I was born to do this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot different, man. A lot different vibe. A lot different. If you're downstroking with the bass, if you're doing all downstrokes, and you got to match me on the hi-hat, that's a lot of difference.
And I always think about this as well. This kind of goes along with playing songs back to back so fast. You know how something will kind of always, your ride cymbal stand might fall or something or come loose. Like
never fails, does it?
What's happened? Like what's something that's happened to you during those successions of songs that you can't really have time to? Because
fuck. Exactly what you're saying. So I got this stupid gimmick where I'll hit this cymbal and then this cymbal, but I just keep time, but I'm kind of just doing this, right?
Yeah.
It never fails that one of them will fucking fall over if we're having a great gig and I can't stop, So I'll be like looking at the fucking roadie or looking at somebody and they're just rocking out. They're just fucking having a great time. I'm like, the cymbal is completely flat or totally gone. I've had to share gear where there was no,
Belt?
fuck, I can't.
Like
yeah.
wing nut.
No wing nut, and the fucking whole cymbal came off, stuff like that. And these guys don't ever notice it. So finally, if I'm with another drummer, they will be the ones that help. Chuka or one of these guys, Pierre from Screeching Weasel.
Sure.
These guys will help, but it's never the fucking guy we're paying.
You gotta get these little.
Yeah, those are awesome, man. Those are awesome.
What is that?
But I've had all of that happen.
It's a quick release.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
Wing nut for the cymbals.
So
yeah, those are cool, Christian. More often than not, what sucks is like if I break the snare or something, which has happened every now and again, and I can't flag to the guys that I need to stop. So I'm like, whatever. So I'll just tighten the top real hard until they take a break, But I know it's off. I can't ever tell looking back if it's any different for anyone else, but I can tell. You know what I mean? I did break a kick pedal in half once, and I had to stop.
Oh my gosh!
That'll do it.
Yeah.
What do you?
But I mean, that's using someone's gear, so whatever.
What are you using on the snare drum? What heads you got in there?
Right now, I got Remos on there, and I don't know what the bottom head. I think it is a Remo too. But I've got you guys ever use a Dynasonic snare? You guys ever used one of those?
Rogers,
where they have that bridge on the bottom.
Yep.
It's really interesting. I used that for a while, the Dynasonic. I used that for a little bit, but I had trouble with that bridge. So when I went back to the Black Beauty, I'm on the thin snares. I might move over to the fatter snares
I used
for
to
the
play
bottom head.
I don't know why I stopped.
But the fat ones or the thin?
Yeah, the fat. I used to always play the fat snares.
And you stopped?
Yeah, well, I think I probably like sold that snare and then I got, my new ones and they didn't have the you don't really like mess with the bottom head.
Don't think about that kind of stuff. No, like I'm saying, like every now and again I'll run into these just guys that know everything, and I'm like, dude, I don't know shit about that. I don't even know what the difference is, but I like to fuck with it. I like to play around with it. What's the difference?
There we go. The thicker snare.
Yeah.
I think you just get more buzz.
Well, I don't need more buzz.
I've been using these ones that have like the strip.
Oh, that's got two.
Out of the
cool.
middle.
I've never seen that.
Pure Sound makes them. I don't know, man. I thought it was all bullshit, but I've replaced all mine with it. It definitely cuts down on like some of the crosstalk with like the toms and the kick drum.
Oh, really?
I don't know why, but it does.
That's kind of cool though.
I have one snare drum that I didn't put them on. It seems to rattle way more than that one.
Really?
So
I noticed loading the gear in and out of the van every day, whether it's hot or cold. I change heads pretty often. And then honestly, like if we're on a trip with another band that's on tour with us, we're all using the same drums. So I give it about 10 days until I change the kick drum head. You're getting 30 gig. Right. A lot of guys don't, but I know it's going to break on me because we're playing last. Like, oh, fuck, it's going to break. And then, worse than it being broke is that the queers lose momentum. It's like we got all this momentum and then we have to stop because of my dumbass. I just go ahead and buy a fucking kick drum head, and I travel with one too. So
I don't blame you, man.
No, man, you got to.
Hey, I'm so sorry, Matt. How long are we in right now? If you don't mind me asking.
An hour and a half.
Hour and a half. Okay. Just to give everyone fair warning, my battery light just came on. So
yeah, well, we can wrap.
I got about no. I have like 10% of my battery left. So.
Guys, I fucking kind of forgot we were recording. I'm just enjoying this conversation.
You said some pretty heinous things, dude. I don't know if you're gonna have a career after this.
Right? Yeah, I'm canceled.
So many people listen to this.
Oh, stop that! I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You're fine. But yeah, man, I love. I mean, I'm not. I think gear nerd in the sense that I just think it's interesting, and I like hearing.
Yeah, me too.
What everyone's using and the difference and the sounds.
I love that too. I'm a guy that always asks questions. I'm like, how do you do this, or what? Why did you do that? My biggest strength's knowing I'm not the smartest guy in the room, so I just go, hey, there's always something to fucking learn, man. There's always a way to learn something and do something better. So that's my attitude playing music.
I love it.
Absolutely.
Good attitude.
Good way to do it, man. Good way to do it.
It served me well. It served me well. So, I meet a lot of guys that think they know everything. And, you guys know musicians are the worst people.
I mean, there are politicians. So,
yeah, that's true.
There are Northern New Yorkers.
That's right.
All right.
Where at in New York are you? Because I'm coming up there like next week.
We're like outside Albany.
Oh, okay. I'm playing Bug Jar. Where's Bug Jar? It's in I don't know. I'll get your information.
Schedule. Yeah. I was gonna look it up.
Bug Jar is in
Rochester.
I was gonna say Rochester, but I don't think that's it either. Anyways, I can't remember. I know that I'll be up there. We're playing New York City with Weasel on the 21st, I think. I know that's farther away for you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, dude, it's a couple hours, but it's not.
Oh, do you want to come out? I'll get you guest list. So
yeah, I appreciate that, man. Definitely. Well, I'll. Yeah, I just have to check the. And you know how it is, man. We got 3 as well.
I know how it is. I know how it is.
My youngest is only 8, so there's definitely.
I got you. My kids are texting me right now, going, "Hey, we're hungry."
Yeah.
Told you on this podcast.
We need to get you to we need to get you guys to play West Side Bowl, Mom's Basement Fest.
Yes,
We play it every
I
October.
think they were talking about us doing it this year, actually.
I've been on John, who runs the whole thing, about getting you guys on. Like, the
Yeah.
Queers would be the most perfect band. Like the Queers, Mr. T Experience, Screeching Weasel.
Mr. T's fun to travel with. Yeah,
I
Weasel's
love
the
Frank.
best. Frank's awesome. Oh, you were at that gig. I played Three Links, right?
I played
With
Tanner and I played Checker Speech with them.
But you jumped up at a gig I was at. Queers and MTX. Right?
Yeah, in Dallas at
Yeah. It's funny because it's funny. I guess have we met before?
No.
Wild. It's fucking crazy,
I
man.
brought my camera that night too, and I took photos. I'll have to go through them and see if I see you in them, but I think they're mostly of Joe.
You
Because
shared all those photos of me with me, him in the bathroom under the stall. Those ones.
Hell yeah.
Right.
so
He told me not to.
I have a funny Dr. Frank story. My band 41 Gorgeous Blocks in 2005, we toured and we played in I think what was that place called? Something Swan. It was in Oakland or San Francisco or something like that. Anyway, Frank came to our show and he was the only person in the audience.
The only one?
Yeah, so he got up and sang Checker Speech with us, but we had a camera set
That's
up.
cool.
We have it on video somewhere. Or actually, I have it on video on my computer, and he was the only one in the audience.
Wow, that's awesome. Man, Frank's a great songwriter.
Oh, he's, in my opinion, I think
He's
he's
great.
clever, at least.
For a while, the Queers, we were doing And I'll Be With You. You know that song?
Yep.
Bonum, bonum, bonum. We're talking about bringing it back for this run, actually, which would be really cool. We will not rehearse it. We will we will just play it.
Yeah, Mr. T Experience is one of my all-time favorite bands.
Great band. Great band. Revenge is Sweet and So Are You. Man,
that's what that
it's hard to
song's
beat that.
from. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to beat that, man. It's hard to beat that. I know everyone loves Love Is Dead. I get that. It's great, but
no,
man,
I like Revenge better, honestly.
I do too, and I love Alternative Is Here to Stay. That's a badass song.
Oh my god,
I like a lot of the early stuff, like Big Black Bugs Bleed Blue Blood. Is that
Blue Bugs Bleed Blue Blood? Yeah,
something like that. But they've got great songs on there. Danny Partridge, right? Is that one of them?
I think so.
I don't know the name of that song. I told you I'm bad with names.
Yeah,
but there's one song. It's really surfy. It's like it sounds almost like Bad Religion, American Jesus. But
I thought that's what you. I thought that's what you.
Yeah, right. It sounds like that.
Yeah,
it's great though. They were really great, even before the Lookout stuff they did.
Yeah, and then he did a solo album.
Yeah.
Show Business Is My Life, I think, or Showbiz, or
right.
That's one of my favorite albums ever.
Well, Frank's awesome, and I've done a couple tours with those guys. I mean, they go out for like 10 days or something. It's been a while since I've seen those guys though. Jazz, their drummer, he's really cool. I like him. He's a good drummer.
Was he the guy who was playing at that show in Dallas?
I believe if that's the one we were at, like 2018 or 19 or something.
Yeah,
right. It was before the pandemic, so.
Oh yeah,
that's the last time I've seen them, so it's been a while.
I actually have. Hang on, let me grab something real quick.
Right on, bro. What kind of bass is that? Do you know, Christian? Matt is done. Now we can have the love fest over Sepultura.
Yeah, dude, don't get me fucking started. People are probably so sick of fucking hearing me talk about Sepultura on this podcast at this point.
That makes me love you.
Yeah, it's been that was my first concert I ever went to, and then
I've never seen him.
Dude, I mean, I saw him in that was to me the prime. Yeah. What record it was probably it was 92 or 93 when I saw him. But dude, they fucking came out with Refuse Resist, and it was just like the stage show was crazy, right? Like it had one of Max started, and the spotlight was on him. He had a guitar behind his back. He had a big steel drum, And then another light came on.
I
the
love
basement.
it, man.
Oh, it was fucking goosebumps still to this day, man. It was fucking crazy. But Matt's back, so I guess we should fucking
Well,
talk about punk
I
music.
was just grabbing the flyer from that night.
Let me see that thing. Oh yeah, I was there for that. Did I sign that thing? Yeah, I did. Look at his chest. Look at Joe's chest.
That's you.
It says Hoglog.
Yeah. I've had this I don't remember what year it was, but I think you're right.
Well, so I must have met you.
Well, so this is just a copy that they made me upstairs. You know, like at 3 Links, you go upstairs.
Yeah. Well,
can you
Cheeto
move that a little
it.
to the right, Matt?
Huh?
Can you move that a little to the right?
Is it not on the screen?
I just want to cover your fucking face.
That's what I thought you were gonna say.
That was great. That was great, man.
I was like, hey.
That was a good run. I think that was only like 6 or 7 days. What's a good tour length for you guys? What do you think's a good one?
For
I was thinking of this by myself earlier. Like, if I start a tour and I can see the end of it on the same calendar in the same month, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I think what some of my buddies have called the gentleman's tour, where it's just like a week or two and then home for 3 or 4 weeks and then back out for a week and then home for 3 weeks. And I mean,
it makes a lot of sense. Right now we're on like maybe week and a half and then 2 weeks off and then 15 days on. And
I mean, if you're located somewhere more central, I guess that makes sense. Like these guys are in Jersey, so they can kind of easily hop wherever. But anyways, my phone's gonna die. I'm sorry, I started this thing with almost 100% battery. I don't know. Maybe
I'm a battery drainer, man. I'm a energy vampire.
Your voice is so magnetic. It just
man, I fucking love the Ramones, man. I do love the Ramones. They're the best band ever. So
do you see all the stuff behind me? Is that why you're?
That's what's going on. Yeah.
I love them. There's another Big Joey back here. I don't want to know.
That's awesome. I do see the one. No, I really do love them. They're my favorite band.
I have my Marky pasta sauce. That the shit is so old. If the jar ever breaks, everyone in this house will fucking die from the fumes.
Oh damn!
So bad.
Who's your favorite band, Matt? I'm telling you, Ramones are my favorite band. I'm telling you right now, they're the best.
My favorite band?
Yeah, it's Descendants, isn't it?
Stained.
No, it's They Might Be
Giants. Creed. It's Creed. Who?
They Might Be Giants.
Oh, okay, right on. I don't know a lot about those guys. I would check them out tonight.
You need to put a little birdhouse in my soul, Matt.
You need to get into They Might Be Giants. Your life will change.
Okay. What about
like melody and smart lyrics?
I do. Like I love all that.
They're the epitome of it.
Right on. Awesome. Okay,
I'll send you some stuff.
I've obviously heard of them. I probably played gig with them at a festival, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, they're a New York band.
Okay, cool.
I'll send you
on.
I could never. I couldn't. I don't know. It's funny. I can never pick a definitive.
I feel that. Absolute. I mean, I'm saying Ramones. I do love them. They don't have as much bad stuff as they do good. So,
that is for sure.
They're great. Well, like Motorhead has way more bad than good, but the good is great.
Dude, I got again Sepultura. Them covering Orgasmatron was how I fucking. Well, I mean, I had heard Motorhead, but that's what got me.
Well, so we got to hook up, man. So, but yeah, well, there's another band, Sepultura. What's good is incredible. It's not all good though. So.
I don't know, man. I would argue that those first couple albums with the original lineup were fucking great.
They're magnificent. Magnificent. I mean, you like Sepultura,
yeah, dude?
Matt?
I'm not.
I never got into them.
Oh, see?
I know. I'm
to learn
you guys
about
have your moment.
I think
that's right.
Sepultura was like, it was almost like a natural progression in punk because they were like the first metal band that like wasn't like, you fucking look at me, bro. You know what I mean? Like those guys were actually singing about social issues that, I mean, obviously where they're from, I think things were a little bit more heated at that time.
No doubt.
But like, yeah, they to me, they brought substance into metal.
I love them, man. I love them.
Parlayed into like the more like Dead Kennedys and the political kind of punk and social driven stuff like that. So I will always consider, I know not popular opinion here, but Sepultura is always a punk band to me. They always will be. And that's
They're incredible, man.
the way I say it. So dude, we usually take the show out, and I'm only doing this because I'm about to battery's about to die. We usually end with some questions from my kids.
Oh, cool.
But so I'm just gonna, I don't look at them before I read them. So
Okay,
if they're
okay, cool.
okay.
Is it bad?
Have you ever diarrheaed on stage?
I think I have. I think I tried to fart and I got a little messy down there.
Okay. So you got some juice on stage.
I mean, nothing someone could see, but I could tell something was wrong.
Enough.
And you're stuck.
Okay,
It's
and then
not like you can take a break. You're like,
yeah.
you're
I mean,
stuck.
I'm like, my ass is always sweaty, so something's different.
I hope you have a vinyl or leather drum throne. Easy,
Ceramic.
easy to wipe down.
No, it absorbed.
Oh god, dude, that's my least favorite thing is sharing a fucking fabric drum.
Sweaty ass drum.
Yeah. All right, then we got favorite restaurant on tour.
Jersey Mike's.
Jersey Mike's. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the last one is just my youngest asked the same. It's puppies or unicorns?
Puppies, man. Fucking unicorns are stupid.
Wrong. No, that's wrong.
There's a wrong answer.
Wrong, and it's unicorns.
I love puppies, though. I have puppies.
We just got a new puppy like 3 or 4 days ago.
Puppies are incredible.
Yeah.
No, they are.
See, I have a band-aid on my finger. She sliced my finger
Yeah.
open with her little puppy needle teeth.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Just
Right on.
a
Well, tell your
heroin
kids I
problem.
said thank you for those cool questions.
Yeah, you
Nothing.
got off easy, man. Honestly, sometimes
Yeah,
they're
you
pretty
did.
fucking embarrassed, though.
Ah, good.
The
Good.
first one was great.
Have you diarrheaed? Haven't we all, kiddo? Haven't
We all have. We all
the
have.
older you get, the easier it is.
Yeah, these are good, bro. Man,
Well,
guys,
you know what?
thank you. Thanks for having me, man. I hope
We should always end on diarrhea.
I hope it's good.
The diarrhea, it's never good.
Yeah.
Oh, the episode. Yeah. No.
No,
Dude,
the diarrhea. It's strong with this one.
Oh man. I here we are in our 40s, still laughing at poopy.
Yeah,
Wouldn't have-
poop's funny.
Wouldn't have it
Always
any
will
other
be.
way. Wouldn't have it. Well, anyways, buddy, we really appreciate your time, man. Thank you so much for coming on. It was a pleasure chatting with you. And
Thank
yeah,
you.
dude, I'll get your info from Matt, and I'll hit you up about that. New York show.
Absolutely, man. Thank you guys for having me on. And if you see any gigs you want to come to, or you got friends that want to come out, just hit me up, man. Okay.
I appreciate that.
I'll get you guys anytime. And thanks for inviting me. And you know, it was a lot of fun, and I love the show and the group. So God bless you guys and your family. I'll see your ass down the road.
All right. Thank
Thanks, sir.
you.
Later.
All right, man. Thanks, boys.
Bye.
You say you're mystified. Now I'm just Fuck you!